So I am making this video because one, I have decided that when it comes to my YouTube channel and just my brand and my business overall, I am sick of forcing myself to curate and create, or however you want to put it, these perfected moments. Like waiting until I have my makeup done, or I have this certain outfit, or I have this certain thing going on to put the things into the universe, because I'm not even going to call it content, to just put the messages and the visuals into the universe that I think the universe needs to see and needs to hear. And right now I sound like I sound because I had an amazing weekend. And I was going to wait because I was like, I sound crazy. But guess what? I sound like a human being who had a great weekend. And yeah, so the thing is this. The message I wanted to say today is like the past week I had not really been on social media because the truth is I'm tired with bleach. Did y'all see that going around on TikTok or somewhere on social media saying is Take Me to the King, a song about suicide, like, or unalive yourself? I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but it made me think, like, is it? But anywho, this past week, I work full time, and there's two things that I'm going to talk about today. So outside of that, I have a life that I have to have outside of work. It's called work-life balance, but I really have two jobs because I have my, corporate America job, and then I have my job of my business, which is my podcast, my influencing, and my entrepreneurship that comes with that. And so sometimes, you just feel like there aren't enough hours in the day, and there are enough hours in the day to do what we can, not always what we want to, but what we can. So I took like, I didn't even realize it was close to like 6 days without posting. Like I was consuming content, I was making plans for the content, but it was just like every day I was running this like race where I just could not catch up. And the thing about content, and that's why I said I'm gonna start to detach myself from the word of content, but just like putting the things into the world that I need to put out there. It's like when you get behind, it's really hard to catch up, to get back on that wheel. So you have to stay ahead of it. And most of the time I do a good job at staying ahead of it, but I'm human, so sometimes I don't. So that said, I took time off, and what I realized, the message I just wanted to say today is like, if you need to take time off, if you need to take days off, if you need to take weeks off, if you need to take a month off, whatever amount of time you need to take off from whatever that thing is that you are doing, that you are pouring yourself into, that is okay. You are exactly where you are supposed to be in this moment right now. You are doing the things that you are supposed to be doing in this moment right now. And you have to trust and believe that. And I trust and believe it because I know the way that my life has played out and the way it plays out. I know that everything has happened the way that it's supposed to, and it's happened the way that it's going to, because I trust the process, and I'm learning to trust that I'm exactly where I need to be in this moment. So, I have so many goals and dreams and aspirations that I am working towards that I know that I will accomplish. But guess what? I can accomplish them all today. So I recognize, and I want you all to understand, in the spirit of entrepreneurship or just in the pursuit of your goals and dreams, that you can do a lot of things. You can build mountains, you can break barriers, but you cannot do them all at the same time, and you cannot do them all today. So it's about finding that balance. And for me, that balance is going to look like, some of the messages and things that I put into the world will be curated in certain ways and planned and scheduled, because you have to have that in the world of entrepreneurship. But some things will just be organically done and given, like this. And I feel like if I have a message that's on my heart, or I want to show my life, a day in my life, or things that I'm doing, or things that I want to just give you all, I don't have to wait. I can give it to you now. So that's what I'm choosing to do. And I just want to put it out there that some things will be more, organic and true to who I am, because I know the places that I'm going, that as I get there, that's going to be okay too. So that's one thing. But the other thing is something that I never, ever, ever, ever thought that I would say, or never, ever thought that I would want. And that is the fact of the matter. I used to be a person that was like, I don't care if I become a millionaire, a billionaire, whatever. I am never, ever, 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 ever leaving corporate America, because of the stability that you have that comes along with knowing that you're going to get that paycheck every 2 weeks or every week or every month, however you get paid. But what I realize now is that as I do, like I just got off of a podcast It was a podcast panel, and it was so much fun. And now I do influencing, and now I'm able to, be involved in speaking events, and now I'm working towards advancing my podcast, and just my brand is growing and expanding so much. I do so many things outside of corporate America that I love so much, and just light up my life and light up my heart when I get to pour into other people, and also pouring into myself at the same time, because I'm still learning and growing and becoming the woman that I'm going to, that I will eventually be, which I mean that learning and growing never stops, so it's not eventual, but just learning and growing as a woman. As I teach and I speak, I'm pouring into myself as well. And so as I've had more and more opportunities that have come about, I've realized that I now am going to curate a plan or create a plan that allows me to one day be able to comfortably leave corporate America. So I always put into the universe, love my job, grateful for my job, need my job right now. My job allows me to do what I do outside of my job. Glad I got it. Want to keep it, gonna keep it. But until the time comes. But I'm now like, let me get to a space of figuring out what that looks like for me to take this world and this brand and this business that I've created for myself to the capacity that I can absolutely wake up and do this full time every single day, but also do it full time in a way that's comfortable to me, that I don't have to be one of those people that's like sleep when you're dead, like gotta grind, work every day, can't take no days off because one day of me not working means that a bill might not get paid. Nah, I ain't, I know everybody goes through the struggle, but I'm not trying to, I'm not manifesting that kind of entrepreneurship, that life. So that's, what's next in the grand scheme of things. And so I'll tell y'all, like I said here before, that right now, what's going to come out next amongst other things that will consistently come out for me, we have the Running It Back podcast series. It's a bonus podcast series I'm putting out, that I'm running it back to season 1, 2019, and I'm talking about topics that I talked about from episode 1 and see what do I think now about what I said way back then. And I can tell y'all my views are completely different in a wonderful way, so I'm excited about that. Next, I'm going to be putting out online courses, because there's only so much that I can put out on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or even on YouTube. I want to be able to give people real live tools and guides that they can go to and open up and hit play on and learn from those things, and go back and hit play on them as many times as they need to until they digest it and they're able to successfully apply it to their life. And then of course I'm working right now on an ebook, and amongst, so after I do that, it's just going to be more and more things coming. But it's like one day at a time. Slow and steady wins the race, and slow and steady in a way that I only can do so much in a day. I refuse to drive myself crazy. I refuse to run a race of trying to compete with some of the lies of social media, because I'll never say everybody isn't successful. Some people are successful on social media, but I feel like more times than not, what we see and what is put right in front of us on social media is not the success that we think it is, because I've seen it firsthand. People that, I've seen on social media, and I feel like they got XYZ, and then once the camera cut off and I'm able to have access to what I see behind the scenes, like, this don't match. You ain't doing as good as I thought, but no fault of theirs. It was just me assuming. So for that reason, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to do things at my pace, because again, I firmly believe that there's so many things that, with the way my life is set up, the way just life is set up in general, had I been granted certain opportunities, had I jumped out the window with certain things I thought I wanted to do, with certain people I thought I wanted to do it with, my life would not look the same, and my vision would not be the same. So saying all that to say, I'm just excited about kind of, I guess this is just like a prerequisite, or just like an announcement, that you gonna get me coming to you live, coming to you raw, coming to you unfiltered, looking how I'm looking, and I'm all right with that. But also just know and be reminded again, you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Don't feel rushed. Don't feel like you have to catch up with anybody but you. I say work hard, come up with a plan, stay true to that plan, continue to work towards that plan, and you will see the fruits of your labor if you truly believe in that, you truly believe in yourself. But lastly, whatever the vision is that you have, if it is to leave corporate America, if it is to be a full-time entrepreneur, whatever that looks like, you absolutely can do that. It's just up to you. So I think this is like a manifesto that I'm saying out loud to myself to give it to you guys so I can come back a year from now and say like, girl, Miss Girl, little miss, you did that, you know? So here we are. So hope y'all enjoy the ride. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share the message. And I'm signing off. Yours truly, Shanna Montana, no Hannah.